We live at a mile-a-minute pace. We want our food fast and our information even faster. And while this pressure-filled life of instant news and social media connects us to more people than ever before, it can also alienate us from the community we need the most. Because no matter how many online friends we have or how many likes we get for our photos, it's not going to help us when sinful habits rear their ugly heads, or sorrow seems to overwhelm us, or we simply want to grow in our faith. No, instead, it's the quality of the relationships with the people who actually know us that will get us through. You see, we all sin and we all struggle. It's part of being human. But what sets Christians apart is God's work in changing those desires for sin to a desire for Him. And that is why life groups are so important. This idea of community isn't something churches invented to get people involved. Instead, it's right out of the Bible. In Hebrews 10, we are told to look for ways to spur one another to love and good deeds, to meet together, and to encourage one another. And life groups are designed to do just that. We have to look no further than the life of Jesus to see this principle lived out. Jesus carefully chose 12 followers, and then He poured into them, taught them, and just lived life with them. But Jesus didn't stop with His disciples. He promises us that wherever 2 or more are gathered in His name, He will be right there with them. And this is why life groups work so well. We're no longer lost in a sea of unfamiliar faces. Instead, we are with people we can grow to trust, who will encourage us, comfort us, pray with us. And the best part is, Jesus promises that He will be right there with us. So don't think of life groups as one more item on the calendar. Instead, think of them as a retreat from our hectic lifestyles, where the biblical idea of fellowship can change us. All we need is a desire to grow closer to God and a trust that as we seek Him with fellow believers, He will pour out His presence according to His promises. And then, life groups will be life-changing.